hope this video will help you a lot to know more about IT industry. How does software industry work? So I have one of the best working professional who has 2+ working experience as a software engineer at IOPEX Technology. So she will tell you all the question that you want to know. So we have discussed all these questions. So you can watch this video till the end to know all the questions. So for accepting my invitation for doing this interview and sharing your experience. So can we start?
Sure.
Yeah. So tell me about your college and where you start for getting software development or software engineer.
Okay, well, due to the privacy issues, I'm not disclosing my name. And I have a background of a engineering background, and I've completed my electrical engineering. And to continue with this, I started with as an associate engineer in the in the company, and then for the present role which we are talking about, that was the I have a background of a data science course which I've completed in the uh, well reputed organization. So so I have completed my data science course there, and I've onboarded as a data analyst in this particular organization.
So can you tell me your onboarding experience at this company? Can we disclose the company name? Actually, that is
Yes, sure.
important.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So can you tell me the onboarding process to onboard on IFX technology as a software engineer?
Yeah. Okay. IOPEX Technologies, it's a well organized company, and we have different roles working in there. It's not only for the software engineering; we have other departments as well for the working. And I have been enrolled as a data analyst there, and the onboarding procedure was really smooth. And they would they I mean all the HR department, all everybody will be very supportive for your work. And then the onboarding process, I didn't have any problem with that. And all the HR was timely based, and then they were checking out with the background, and they were very connecting with the hello.
What's the
Okay,
document
connecting
required
with the
to
people.
get on board?
Sure. Yeah, onboarding, it's based on your experience. And if you're freshers, it depends on your academic scores and their certificates. And it's normally generic certifications which we have, and what you presented in your resume, that's the important documentation which is required.
So can we discuss about the background? Do you feel
Mhm.
would be best suited for this position to be successful?
Okay. To talk about the background, I have completed the data science course, so there's nothing much background like it's needed. For there are many resources now we can where we found the data science course has been implemented, and then students can learn. It's not very particularly about any engineering students or anybody has to do this course. Everybody can take up this course. It depends on your level of understanding for the stats and the machine learning course which you're doing up. If you are well versed with the maths, and then this is a good course to take up with.
So can you tell me something about the fresher can do to get start the deep learning, machine learning, and all that?
Yeah. Freshers is like that's what it depends on the interest of the candidate, like whether they are well versed with the stats, and then if they're very much interested about the machine learning course. And deep learning is something, the extractive version of the machine learning, or a whole data science. When you consider it, be inclusive of a stats, machine learning, and deep learning course inclusive. So if you wanted to make any deep learning course exclusively, that, but you should have a little knowledge about the machine learning. So it's like based on all the things which you have worked on. And then for the freshers, it's kind of a timely course, and it's a kind of a huge uh, um, knowledge of all the things. So it's kind of, if you start with the machine learning, and then for this you need a Python language as well to write the coding and all. So it's, as a fresher, my suggestion would be start with a language, and then go on with the other courses of based on your interest. And you could get a lot of opportunities in the different fields as well, not only with the data analyst. You can try it with the data scientist, data engineer, and the other roles as well. As a Python developer, you have many roles to be explored in based on your learnings on the different courses in here.
Okay, so about the opportunity, can we have a prospect for growth and advancement in IFX technology? What is
Yes,
prospect?
yeah. IOPEX is it's a advantage for what we have is like you when you join as a data analyst, when it's based on your experience and achievement of what work you are taking up with, you will get a lot of opportunities to deal with, and then you can just have an internal movement based on your experience in the role. And then if you're well versed with the particular role, and then if you're capable enough, you can have an integral movement as well. So it depends on you how you work on and how you take up the challenges with.
Okay, is relocation is possible?
Yeah, for right now we have two locations here. One is in Chennai and another one is Bangalore. So yeah, relocation is possible.
Okay, so can we accept overtime or a reward and bonus from the company?
Yeah, I think it's given a very positive response for the growth, and as I already mentioned that you based on your learning experience, you can just move to the different fields, and then and all the team members are quite supportive, and then you can have a very good learnings if you have show up with the interest with.
Okay, that's great. So, if we talk about the salary and what
Mhm.
key can we expect for our
Mhm.
salary growth? Like if
Yeah,
yeah.
salary growth is like definitely there is a positive response to it. um it's definitely based on your how you project your skills and experience, and based on that definitely there would be a negotiation about it. But definitely after a hike kind of thing, it's a good reasonable hike.
Yeah, it means there is nothing fixed hike like if you completed 1 year, so
No.
your salary will be in hike with 50K or 1 lakh. So
No, it's not like that, because definitely depends on your performance, how you have performed, and how much you have added advantage to the organization. That definitely matters, not in the IOPEX, in different companies as well. That is how the rate cycle it would be, and how that is how they rate you. So definitely it depends on your progress.
so as a fresher can be the biggest challenges for this job of and for this job.
No, I don't think so. It would be like a challenging kind of thing for a fresher. It definitely it is already based on your academics and how what extra have you performed, and it's as I already told, IOPEX is not about only of the data analyst or data science field. It's inclusive of all the other fields as well. So there are a lot of more to explore, and definitely fresher can avail this opportunity and explore much in the organization.
Okay, so I guess we have covered all the question, but I have one more question, that is
Mhm.
what the things a fresher can focus on their probation period, like training periods, first 90 days or 60 days.
Yeah, freshers is like what my suggestion is like. When initially you're starting with, you just have to focus on what is the role you've been taken for, and what are the responsibilities of it, and that is the learning phase of their life. So they have to give a much experience. I mean, they have to experience everything in the learning phase, and then have a track of what they are doing it. I think this is not applicable to everybody, but if they have not don't have an idea about how it's been projected with, so that freshers have to look into what role first, and then a work of a responsibility, how the work is done, and then later think about the careers which where they can explore much. So that's what my suggestion for the freshers.
That's great. That's all. So thanks again to be here, and thanks for sharing your experience about the software engineer and iBooks technologies. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. Thank